Welcome back to Cineshark. After the fateful vote by piglets at the end of the last episode, the fate of the town of Solaz del Mar is still hanging in the balance. In episode 3, El Sacrificio, we witness an unexpected sacrifice, and Daryl and Carol's journey faces countless new obstacles. Will Daryl find the rudder for the boat? And who will truly have to pay the price in La Ofrenda? Let's find out right now. At the start of the episode, Daryl and Carol are still determined to achieve their ultimate goal: get back home and eat hot dogs. But reality is much harsher. After the storm, their boat is heavily damaged from washing ashore. Roberto leads Daryl to a remote lighthouse to meet someone who can help. That person is Valentina, a seasoned cruise ship captain who commanded liners all over the world for 30 years. Valentina quickly realizes the boat's rudder is damaged and can't be easily repaired. She agrees to help, but on one condition: 5 kilos of gunpowder. But before they can find gunpowder, they need a new rudder. Roberto knows of an old boatyard that might have what they need. However, Roberto also makes a demand of his own. He will only help if he and Justina can go with Daryl and Carol on the boat to America. Daryl initially refuses, but eventually has to accept the deal as he has no other choice. On the way to the boatyard, Daryl and Roberto pass the Camino de Santiago pilgrimage trail. Roberto explains it's a place where pilgrims leave messages on stones to pray for and honor their loved ones. At the abandoned boatyard, luck seems to be on their side when they find a rudder that fits. But their joy is short-lived as disaster strikes. Walkers suddenly emerge from the water. A surprising and dangerous attack forces Daryl and Roberto to fight for their lives. They are forced to leave the precious rudder behind and narrowly escape. The mission to fix the boat is back to square one. While Daryl is away, Carol stays in town and gradually uncovers its secrets. She has deep conversations with Antonio, Roberto's father, who reveals his past as a cinema lover who collected old films to preserve the record of humanity. Meanwhile, Justina seeks out Carol to confide in her. She feels guilty because her best friend, Alba, was chosen in La Ofrenda. Justina, who has no parents, feels it's unfair that she gets to stay while Alba and her mother cannot survive without each other. Carol comforts Justina, saying that sometimes we feel helpless and can't change things, no matter how much we want to. However, Antonio later expresses his concern to Carol that Justina might volunteer out of a sense of responsibility. And that's exactly what happens. When El Alcazar's convoy arrives to take the chosen one, the person who steps forward is not Alba, it is Justina. She has voluntarily sacrificed herself, taking her friend's place because she believes it's what is fair. This is the sacrifice the episode's title refers to. Additionally, the episode reveals that 3 Alcazar soldiers went missing during the feast, increasing tensions. Carol also doesn't hesitate to question the leaders about the La Ofrenda tradition at dinner, an act Antonio silently admires for her courage to speak her mind. Episode 3, El Sacrificio, is an emotional episode that delves deep into themes of sacrifice and love in the apocalypse. Justina's sacrifice completely changes the situation, leaving Roberto in despair and raising big questions about the future of Solaz del Mar. Daryl and Carol still can't leave. Will they be drawn deeper into this town's conflict? And what consequences will arise from Justina's sacrifice? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.